Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our very special listing here in High Park. I'm Paul Mirage.
And I'm Christian Vermaast, and we're at 270 Indian Road.
So we're thrilled to showcase this home. It was the home of the week yesterday in the Globe and Mail. You'll understand why the Globe and Mail chose it. It is a very, very special home. In the dining room, we're going to talk a little bit about the history, and you're going to see some magnificent features of this home. We see a lot of houses, and Christian, I think you and I can guess rooms from the street of most houses. This home is filled with wonderful surprises.
Well, let's start with this beautiful hallway foyer, which sort of has the shape of a train car, and I feel like, with sort of a little bit of Art Nouveau stained glass window, leaded glass, stained glass, beautiful wood rounded ceiling, and beautiful, of course, Venetian Murano chandeliers to finish it all off.
The foyer is extravagant. So the home is a 1924 arts and crafts style. So the arts and crafts style is also referred to as craftsman, and it's known for the low slung roof line. The roof here is in slate, and there are copper details. And the owners 16 years ago did a multi-million dollar renovation of this home. They gutted it and restored areas where they could. So the leaded glass is restored. They had an artisan do the restoration of all the paneling, and the staircase was in great shape. So they did it's a wax treatment from France, the architect told us, that they did part of this, the restoration of all of this beautiful woodwork. One thing I want to show, and I don't know if you can see, there's a glorious front porch. The tile here and the tile on the front porch are not original, but they match the original. And it looks like it's soapstone, the border here. And the original, what was originally the tile on the front porch was restored with new tile. It's quite amazing.
So this house sits on 0.6 acres of land. So privacy is really key here. So anybody who wants privacy, who doesn't feel like driving to a cottage every weekend, well, it's right in your
Christian,
backyard.
you're crazy. You can't have 0.6 acres in the middle of the city.
0.6 acres of land. And you will see that when we go to the back porch.
We see a lot of properties. We are in High Park. 0.6 acres of land is stupefying. So it's incredible. So people who have children, they'll just love this property. Let's go in the living room. In the living room, you'll see the flooring here is not original. It was done to look as if it's original. So it's quarter sawn white oak. It's referred to as rift cut, and it's in a special walnut finish, exactly as it would have appeared in 1924.
And look at the beautiful rounded, very soft, round bay window. Usually we see them much more aggressively.
Yes.
This is very soft, and the glass is curved as well.
So when we go to the dining room where Christian's standing, there's a photo of the house under construction, probably in 1923. It was commissioned by a gentleman. We'll talk about Mr. Harris when we go in the dining room. So where Christian was standing, we'll show you that photo that the grandson of Mr. Harris gave the current owners. It's an amazing house. Now, look, we talked about arts and crafts. So you've got this plaster molding detail with the frieze. Again, a little bit more ornamentation than you'd expect from an arts and crafts home. So the outside, as Christian pointed out, is arts and crafts. The inside is a mixture, and it's really quite splendid. Let's go into the dining room. Yeah, the two built-in china cabinets. And Christian, you and I had wondered, we think you can see this original copper
light fixtures.
Was probably a light fixture, yes, for the cabinets.
To illuminate the cabinets.
Now everyone, you can't see this, but I'm going to read it. This is fun. So this stairs, plural, this stairs was built by Alf Blunt of Oakwood Avenue, April and May 1925. So during the restoration, the architect found this nailed to the back of the original staircase. Isn't that fun? This was two months of this gentleman's life in building the staircase.
What I really enjoy about this house is the pedigree it has. There's a lot of very glamorous houses, but this house has pedigree. It's only had 3 owners. All 3 owners looked after this house, and sort of a respectful to its heritage. Look at the beautiful gold leaf ceiling, Sam. It's obviously that would have not been original, neither would the look have been original, but this is one of these modern features and fun touches that blends perfectly with the history of the house.
So they used a firm called Industrial Revolution for the master bedroom, and you'll see a couple of details where they use the same thing. It's beautiful. Okay, let's look at this headshot of the original owner. Now, here he is later in life, probably 1923. Remember where Christian was at the bay window in the demi-lune shape? Here he is on the outside. This photo was given by the grandson to the current owners. Look at this stone and brick detail. The architect enclosed the back veranda to be a mudroom. You'd never know. The brickwork and stonework look like they're original. Quite incredible. Now the home is featured in Old Toronto houses it says bungalows, but this is a two-story. The owners use Catherine Friis as their architect. Catherine Friis did I think this floor is, other than the addition at the back, is pretty much in its original configuration. Upstairs is completely reconfigured because you would have never have had 5 bathrooms upstairs in an arts and crafts style home. So this isn't really a bungalow, it is a two-story, but it is featured in Old Toronto houses.
Well, why don't we go to the kitchen, which actually is, for me, my favorite part of the home.
That's a first.
And I like it because the juxtaposition of the formality of the front of the house, and then you walk into this back part, which feels like a country home. I'm actually feeling I'm back in Europe on the French countryside, playing cards in the kitchen while somebody's cooking or baking, glass of wine.
Notice Christian said someone's cooking or someone's baking. So Christian, what's your favorite part of this kitchen?
Number one, I love the color of this French shaker style cabinetry.
And you found out in your research
the Robin's Egg Blue. The sellers told us that this is the color for Farrell and Ball this year. I love the ceiling. I love this big fireplace, and of course this view. You can never get tired of this Four Seasons view.
Now, we have never seen in any renovation of a home in Toronto zinc countertops. We've seen zinc outside, zinc downspouts and eaves troughs, but the sellers used zinc. It's a very hygienic product if you're cooking with fresh meat or fresh fish, etc. So the property, as Christian pointed out, is over 1/2 acre. The triple car garage is here. There's a beautiful potting shed, and you can go on our website at paulandchristianassociates.com and see all the photos. And then at the bottom level it's terraced. You have this massive piece of land. It's like a soccer field.
It's like a soccer field.
So it is a delightful parcel of land, and unbelievable to find such. This is not even normal, this is a large piece of land next door. So this property encompasses all of this land.
The garage was rebuilt completely on a concrete pad. The way you're supposed to build a garage. It has electricity, it has heating, and it has water. So it looks like a coach house, but it's actually a 3-car garage. And then the potting shed, because the owner here is a really good artistic. It's a very artistic household,
family,
actually.
Yes.
So the potting shed could be anything.
Yoga studio.
It could be a yoga studio, it could be a work shed, it could be anything.
I'd like it as a private office. Now, fun fact, during the renovation, the sellers unfortunately were over budget day one. The old garage was built on ash, and they think historically from the Great Fire of downtown Toronto, where all the rubble was put into the ravines. They had to dig down with the engineer and architect 40 feet to hit terra firma, so to hit rock. So there are pylons 40 feet below the garage, the triple car garage. And a triple car garage is an understatement. It's, as you call it, a coach house. And they built it with the same look of brick and stone, copper and slate. It's magnificent.
Let's go to the home offices.
I want to point something out before we go into the home office. This is where the original paneling ends. This is all new. This door and this door are brand new, but they were done to look exactly as the original. It is so hard to see the differentiation in the wood coloration from the old to the new. The architect did an incredible job. So come into this area and we'll show you his and her studies. Look above. Now, this is a round shape and there's indirect lighting. It's quite fun and whimsical. The architect didn't want to create a hallway. She wanted to create a gathering space when they entertain. This couple are huge entertainers. So you see this, it's almost lunar. It's of the sky.
The marquetry on this floor is also something that we don't see very much anymore because this was not original to the house. It sort of mirrors the cupola that we have in this little foyer between the offices.
And part of the problem is, I think probably every country, we are losing that old world craftsmanship. I mean, who does this level of artwork? You can't get. It's stupefying. So let's go into the gentleman's study.
This almost looks like a barrister's lounge. You could figure somebody sitting here with a cigar, a cognac, reading a book or writing a paper. Again, one of our 4 wood-burning fireplaces. Beautiful vista over the front porch. Restored stained glass. So what's, Paul, tell us a little bit about this wall finish.
Well, I thought it reminded me, when we were in Japan, it reminded me of Japanese rice paper.
Yep.
It's a wall covering that is cut. It is a very delicate paper. Beautiful. Now, what's interesting here, this was a bedroom in the original house. So there would never have been a fireplace like this. So again, the architect designed the woodwork and the cabinetry to look as though it were original. It's not. This would have been a bedroom in 24. And they think that maybe this is where the family lived and there may have been staff upstairs. I wonder if you can see the koi. There's a Japanese koi wallpaper that is so understated. It's with a delicate gold
and
pattern.
Very Art Deco sort of
lighting.
Wall sconces and mirror.
What I like about this house, as you pointed out, some of the different styles, we've got the Gothic light fixture that we think came from a train station in the kitchen. Those Art Deco light fixtures, you have these very elegant, delicate chandeliers. This is the ladies' library. This room is beautiful built-in cabinetry. It's a very elegant room. There are 2 restored leaded glass windows. At the back, I don't know if we can see if you zoom in, the back of the house, this would have led to an open veranda. The architect designed this as a massive mudroom. So you bring in the family dog, the kids come through, and there's a walk-in pantry as well. So very, very, very practical. So why don't we go upstairs now and we'll showcase all of the bedrooms in this home.
And what a master bedroom we're in. So we're overlooking the back of the house, your 0.6 acres, and in a very light and airy master suite. I love it. It feels like an old hotel in London.
So this was done by Industrial Revolution. This wall covering is metallic. It's unbelievable, this paper. It looks like it's multi-dimensional, but it's flat.
It really almost looks beautiful. Like it's suede.
So this master bedroom was, of course, never this size. In 1924, they would have been maybe 1, maybe 2 bathrooms in this house. I mean, 2 bathrooms would have been considered opulent at the time.
So the master bedroom sits in the middle, and then it's adorned by his and hers, as you said, bathroom and walk-in closet. Come into this dressing room, and I'll show you some details here. The owners were very involved in the process here. It was about a 2-year renovation from start to finish. The architect told us in our interview with her that the renovation alone today would be $4 million due to exactly those issues of labor shortages and material costs. So let's go into the dressing room, the ladies' dressing room, and Christian will showcase the gentlemen's. The ladies' dressing room, I'm hitting my head here. You'll see there's a French chandelier, a very soft pink color on the cabinetry. If you can see here, the rosettes and the floral detail. The owner, as Christian mentioned, this is a very artistical family. The owner designed this relief here that's been etched into the mirror. So you have beveled glass, and she designed all of these, and they're all different.
And then you have these antique rosettes. This is simply spectacular. It looks like we're in France. This is the bathroom and makeup area. This wallpaper is hand painted. It is spectacular. I shouldn't touch it if it's hand painted. So there's hand painted, it's a soft pink with gold details. The shower has super white marble and very clever details with the shampoo niche and the shaving shelf. And very sympathetic to the house, there's a New York hotel style vanity with chrome legs. And again, pretty lighting. All the lighting, the lighting in this house is simply sensational and was very well thought out. And then you can overlook the back garden. This in 1924 was an outdoor porch. So the entire back of the house is added on and squared off. It's really magnificent. Let's join Christian in the gentleman's dressing room and the gentleman's ensuite bathroom.
Before we do that, Sam, I wonder if you can go to the window and show the vista that this master bedroom has to offer. It's incredible. It really feels like we're in a park-like setting.
The landscape architect designed the foliage to be, it's terraced, beautiful armor rock, and different coloration. We came here a week ago and the owners had cut off some of the gorgeous pink blossoms and had them on the
coffee
table.
Okay, let's go to the gentleman's master ensuite, which consists of a beautiful dressing room. I'm a little bit envious. Look how beautiful the leather finishes here are. And then a more masculine take on a bathroom. So this has a large glass shower with, again, that same beautiful vista over the garden. It's an onyx floor and onyx wall tiles, heated floors.
So in this hallway, you have a Venetian chandelier that's extraordinary. Both this and the Gothic train station one in the kitchen had to be structurally reinforced because of the weight. And luckily for the new buyer, those light fixtures will stay. There are 4 bathrooms up here, and there are 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. So there are the 2 very large children's bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. So let's show you these. This one here is their daughter's room. Built-ins, your children better be studious. They have built-in desks, banquettes, and both bathrooms are black and white themed. This is black and white, predominantly white, and the boys' room across the hallway is black and white, predominantly black. Super cool.
Look at that beautiful door. So we're just above the front foyer here, which has the front doors are aligned with the same kind of pattern. Leaded glass window, stained glass window, like a reading room, a home office, just a library, just a room to meditate and to hang out.
Or a children's room or nursery. Now this wall covering is from the Smithsonian Institute, very pretty with hummingbirds.
Very peaceful.
I find this room very calm too.
Yeah, very peaceful.
Okay, Christian, if this were my home, I would probably choose this if I were the child.
I think I agree with you. Beautiful alabaster look lantern. We have a very large walk-in closet behind here.
Now you can tell, Christian, I can feel my hair brushing against the threshold. In 1924, they weren't as tall as I guess my mother fed me a lot of milk or something. Here is the son's bedroom. Again, these children better be studious. They've got built-in desks. This is a built-in bed, old vintage style schoolhouse lantern, walk-in closet. The closet space in this house is incredible. Never would have occurred in 24. And there is the other ensuite bathroom. Again, black and white theme, predominance on black. And both bathrooms have the basket weave marble flooring. Let's talk about the mechanics of this house. All new plumbing, all new electrical, all new HVAC, new slate roof. Now the HVAC is it's like a ship, we thought when we went in the room.
I think people are going to get drowsy when you start explaining the heating cooling system.
Okay, I'll make it fast. So this floor and the basement have in-floor hydronic heating system. Incredible. And the benefit of that is there's no bulkheads on the main floor. Like in a forced air system, they drop. The garage, as Christian said, is separately heated, has a high efficiency forced air system. It's a very sophisticated heating and cooling system. There's two cooling systems in this house.
Wissam, I'm not sure if you can get a look how beautiful this is from above here.
I think I've got the better view from over here. So I'll switch and I'll meet you downstairs in the media room. This is the original ceiling height from 1924. Unheard of.
And I think it's the original floor.
Now, fun fact, urban myth on this property, the owners had heard that there was a bomb shelter on the property, was the urban myth in the neighborhood. When the grandson of Mr. Harris came to visit, he said, oh, no, that was my grandmother's cold cellar. So underneath the potting shed is the bomb shelter, is the old original cold cellar. Now the architect explained why this height. It doesn't make sense. We've never seen this height in a 1920s house. And Catherine Friis, the architect, told us it was probably due to the topography of the land because it gently sloped down anyway, that they just took advantage of that. So this was originally at the back of the house, and this cabinetry was taken apart and rebuilt in this room. So this is original to the house, but repositioned in the lower level. There's a huge laundry room with a center island. There's a home gym. There is a wine cellar with a cooling unit, a chiller unit, a mechanical room that would make you weep. If anyone likes engineering of a house, it's incredible. And what's very clever, there's a back walkout to the side garage, and there's storage for wood, for the 4 wood burning fireplaces. So let's go upstairs. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the back porch, the back veranda. I think this feels like the old South. The stone and the brick is not original because this porch never existed in 1924. So the architect, look at the striation here, is beautiful, that it's been chiseled out, and a very similar brick and similar pattern in the mortar was done, sympathetic to the home. This back porch is really beautiful. And as you say, you sit here, you enjoy the over ½ acre of land. There's a dining terrace further down. There's a barbecue area with natural gas. And then if we can see the triple car garage and the potting shed behind the Japanese maple.
And we have 2 gas outlets, one on this porch and then one lower below here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This is a very special house. We're just honored to represent 270 Indian Road in High Park. One of, well, we would say Toronto's finest example of an arts and crafts style home. We'll see you shortly. Thank you again for joining us. Bye-bye.